little ice creams. But
oh, Ninja, kill me now!
Another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again. That
What's up,
the game
the Voos?
Welcome
back to another video. And how are you, Voos, doing? Make sure to like and subscribe.
And again,
be part of the
Voo
team.
Just how far it's gone from his original runs he made.
We all know you like a big Voo.
One of the 3 maps yesterday for you.
And don't be a silly Voo. Use code JosieVoo in the item shop.
Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're gonna go in with a crew of like 32 people, you can even muster up a crew of 32 people. Like, I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City. Such a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the games. We can get it all launched for you, but trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want, Ninja. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it going to be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think is going to win
today?
I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Nitro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Look all the people
This is going to be intense. I mean, there's
I want
nothing
Savage. I want Skeptic and Kicks to win at the bottom.
Than the initial launch.
Blue hair.
Off the bus,
Come
man.
on,
You're
Skeptic.
Someone's going to die. Someone's going to be eliminated. Who's going to be the first one?
Yep.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. You know, I mean, literally, I knocked him like, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. You can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person
Then that's the skin on for you later.
Now, we immediately hop on board with my pick to dominate today, Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right towards Happy Hamlet, a place they've called home so many times, and
Golden Umbrella.
Contested.
Contested.
You're flying on into here, Ninja. The early game's so key, and already Benji Fishy trying to put shots down range with that revolver, but area is contested. You see they're kind of split from each other right now. What are their comms like in this exact moment?
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps,
and
any type of information they can pass off to one another is going to be very important. They've been practicing this landing. I'm pretty sure I watch these guys play literally every week.
They're on the same team, you idiot.
And yeah, this is exactly where they normally land. Savage and Benji, they don't always land on top of one another. And you're honestly at a disadvantage if you do land in the same house, because you're going to be getting less shields of one another, right? Less chances of getting shotguns and things like that. And
I'm ready
just interested to see how they're going to play this out. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to back down?
Well, we just saw the first zone has been revealed, and it is a northern side zone, so anyone in Happy Hamlet not safe. Polar Peak, Frosty Club.
I can do that combo if I
Lucky Landing, all not safe. Continue to keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now in this game. Now, we mentioned the increased material farming right now, so you're hitting a couple trees. You're getting.
Oh my God! How many people landed there?
Let's shift our focus though towards the middle of the map here at Dusty Divot, and it looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very early in this first game to Tetra and Eclipse, the new Rogue members.
I nearly didn't fight Candy yet.
Only 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very particular with how many matches you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo.
What's up to whoever's watching? Make sure to like and subscribe. And it'll be much appreciated. This is the World Cup viewing party. Please make sure you comment. I shall pull me iPad over to
the one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here.
Comment in the stream.
What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items.
So yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. It'll help a lot. Tell all your mates to come and subscribe, and there'll be a giveaway at 50 subs. This kid's aim's even worse than mine.
And with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on light HP are in a tough spot.
And that isn't saying something because my aim's kind of
duo
godly.
Bell get the quick elimination onto Brush. And that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment on the rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields, know how to actually navigate the loot in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizz Lucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key.
You think you should go
Reboot
for it?
Vans. Remember, when you get brought back, you only have 100 HP and a common pistol. That will bring a lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprint back over that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though, an engagement going on between KDB, Yuang, and their duo up against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there.
Vinny's knocked!
Shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's one-by-one right there. I mean, there's another knock with a drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Yuang trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient. I'm pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so
Matt
just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take him down, but he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shields, so we'll be able to get back the full shield. Yuang now in a tough spot.
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start home with the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now it's a 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP, the teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not gonna happen, and you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head, some solid damage done, but Yuang dropped down to 59 HP, but with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of slipstreams. And just
got carried by reverse.
Your incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizz Lucky. They did get the reboot in Fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and Funk of FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat,
that skin's rare.
One of the masts is like worth 200 wood. So you definitely
the one that Funk Bomb's wearing?
In arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also
why not?
Metal anchors in town that you could get for about 300 metal, which is, you know, like the
Why are you
most
watching it off?
material that you can get. I mean, I'm just 91 players. I mean, have we talked about
I mean, your game crashed.
We haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
I think it's called Heidi or something. The green,
we're going to be
like green and white clothed October girl with like gingery blonde hair.
The team that has done the least amount of damage.
Why are people People are boxing up already, and there's still 91 people left, you know, and it hasn't even been first ring jump.
What the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game.
The golden umbrella! It's a thing!
Getting those placement points to come on through.
It's a
Watching
thing, yeah!
And Quexy right now it's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be contested or have talented players who are surrounding you. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from the side. All it takes is 2 seconds of being caught off guard, and you can get dinked twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes 100 160 health.
If it were me, I wouldn't even use a back bling.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players. So you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is kind of be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush already in the next zone. They're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people are going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him. Like, going to try to save his teammate. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory. It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Poppy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 HP for both of them. Poppy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks. 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammate's reboot card. So will basically be by himself for the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible
to perform alone
when your teammate is knocked. And there's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above it. You guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below the threshold that they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage. And that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily...
Oh my god, just let us spectate the good player. Clicks! Let's clicks! Clicks, let's get it!
They're going to be forced to break out because players need to get above that or they're going to die. They're not going to be able to make it.
Oh, come on, Clicks.
Now moving towards the Dusty Diner.
These are the people I want to win. Why is Clicks not rocking his classic skin?
You just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
I didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. You guys can look on the mini map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in.
I haven't seen anyone this game.
Sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. It does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy sniper, they can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely 0 time to react. And one thing you guys we've been talking about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. That's Jay, now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in. Quentin and Lanoof now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but
again,
man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat. You know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov just...
That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game, 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. Getting these players who have, again, the great aim and they're just beating people who are focusing on trying to get into the circle.
Clicks will carry
so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills. You guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed, spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up, they're already creating these tunnels, more shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make it, 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit, so they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears.
Definitely got to save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo, Mitro. They're set up currently in the zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun, so he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are, you know, anything like to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You know, you gotta have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps. 5 chug flashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
Super close to the zone.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be in the play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look, these are the best players in the world. Look how close they are to one another. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls.
No, it's all service.
You need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1-by-1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away.
One's Canadian.
2 1-by-1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel. And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in 2 as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, luckily.
Definitely has a bunch to, you know, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right at him, and Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo, though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still, though, only 80, meaning combined between the 2. They really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to be able to pop that slurp. He's got
the storm surge on.
He's trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below.
Lanky
As players
kid, look,
continue
he's
to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive.
He's my brother!
Storm Surge. Fantastic composure again, one of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more dubs. The duo
Still
okay,
down.
So now
finally above. Finally above, and guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win. He dropped the shotgun. Okay, there you go. Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys, the circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This Storm Surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taking out 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker,
That's
your
a good
aim
skin.
is right
I
on
use
their
that
head,
skin.
Boom.
I have
get
that skin.
You're gonna get 80 points of damage, and there's now the upgraded version of the legendary and the epic have 10 shots instead of 8. So I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45
'Cause
players
it's the
left
best
in
ducks
this
in
very,
the game.
very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see, it's about to
It's
begin
the
to move,
rarest
and
ducks
players
in
will
the game.
frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop.
Fat face.
Exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people
Only
using shotgun grenades, guys.
Yep.
This is a very far
Where are they?
rotation
I
for the
can't see
second
them. I'm
movement
far
circle.
away
So
from my
this is
screen.
actually going to move very quickly. These people
Nate
are going to
Hiller's still
potentially
alive.
get stuck on
Nate
the launch
Hiller's
pad because there's so much freaking
Nate
building.
Hiller's Funk
It's going to be
are
nuts.
alive.
Who's going to try to
We're
take
now
the high ground? Because
doing-
after this first circle
We're now
goes,
doing
this is
Zipper
where people
alive.
start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle.
Zayt's alive.
Maxwood taking zone
Nate
damage.
Hill's
Daedra as
alive.
well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb, and
That's well played.
does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stopping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of the
Genji's
favorite players. So
skin.
much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
Get in.
That would be your
All
two
we can
picks,
do is
so
Benji
good for
Fishy
you. All right, I have to
or
owe you
Mr.
a
Savage
bet
and
there,
win
man.
this game.
All right.
I'll buy fish stick right now.
Nitro's still alive. I mean, listen, people
If
are
one
dying
of
left and
them,
right
if they
being
come
eliminated.
top 5,
Savage
I'll
just used
buy
another
fish
shotgun
stick.
grenade. He already had high ground, though.
I'll
The question is,
buy
are people going
fish
to try
stick.
to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off him or have a rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now.
Get in.
24 players left in this one.
They're EU,
Duos. There's
they're
almost
EU,
no
I'm pretty sure
duos
as well.
remaining, Ninja.
Right, this is all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
No, no, no.
Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji, and listen,
We love you,
Benji's been in this
Benji.
position before.
We
We know he
do.
can handle it. Nitro's
We
still in the
love
game.
you,
I just
Benji.
saw him. He
We
looks
do.
incredibly healthy, but now
We
taking
love you,
storm
Benji.
damage.
We
Benji's
do.
gonna try it. Listen,
Oh, Benji, we love you. Get on, Benji. Get on, lad.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total
He's
builds.
got
Trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these players.
He has 7 builds, 6 builds.
Top 10 duos.
He's got 6 builds.
Now into our top 8. Zayt
still
and
playing.
Saf now.
5
Zayt
builds.
And Saf
They're in
now on the high
win
ground.
this game.
One of the few, the
Zayt
only
and Saf
duo
are gonna
left.
win, I
This
know
has a Zayt and Saf win written all
Unless
over it.
Benji
Nitro,
gets a
Mongrel
kill
duo
now.
was all by himself from very early on. Still
he's
alive in this one. 40-yard storm.
If he gets kills, if he gets 2 kills, and gets all them bandages off.
Raining down fire from up
One
top.
build,
You
one
see
build.
the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low
I want
ground.
Meko.
Shots
I
still
like
coming
Mitro's
on in.
alive.
Zayt
Come on,
and
Mitro.
Saf just
yes, Nitro!
Nitro just got it done.
Yes!
5 limbs.
Tries to get it done. Not
No!
enough. Zayt and Sap, 2 versus 1. Will
I
they
don't mind
take
Zayt
game
and Sap.
number 1?
Yeah.
Yes, they will.
Zayt and Sap had the high ground. And
I told you
the
they would win.
entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10.
Look at your face.
15
Look at your man
game
bun.
Talk about a monster game number 1.
Everything looks like my stretch
Know how
ball.
key that was. And I've watched so many games of
Chubby
competitive
boys.
Fortnite, Ninja.
The chubby duo.
With still like
Be
18
right
players
back.
remaining, when they get the high
Oh,
ground
yeah,
like
no,
that,
be right
they
back.
send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayt and Sap take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zayt and Sap take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fisher, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo. They were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man, when you have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment that they have to take a high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. Shockwave up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
When I go for dinner, it will be soon. I can still watch it on my iPad.
It's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible, incredible first game.
Shut up,
And we're only
Ninja.
just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition,
Sex.
in which $15
How
million
Scott, how Max would
awarded.
say 6.
Tomorrow we
Sex.
do it all over again, except with solos.
Wait,
We want to
Alexa,
stay glued to the stream
how do you say
here
100
for the
in
Fortnite World
Welsh?
Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game.
No,
When
guys,
it comes
this
down
is
to
not
taking note
sponsored
of
by
where you are with
Alexa.
the storm surge. Those were longer storm surges that have lasted
Well,
than
it might
I've
be,
ever
but-
seen before.
I've honestly never seen Storm
I'm
affect the game so
sponsored
much.
by-
Because here we are having
You
80
know,
people
my
left after
videos
the
are sponsored.
circle, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean?
You know,
And if
I've got a
wanna put shots
sponsor.
on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot, you know?
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man, right?
It's
Let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the storm surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are
Yeah,
they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on
I'm
these
going up
games,
on the
but
top.
over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zayt and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zayt and Sap. We're gonna re-roll it one more time, and we're gonna break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zayt is going forward, and they're moving back over the targets they've already established. But the angles they take to make sure they're covering everything. Hear the shots below.
He
They're
opens
putting
the box,
fire
there's
down
nothing
towards
in
them,
it.
and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have
We
enough
got
to get out.
scammed.
Zayt and Sap, 5 eliminations, victory royale, 15 points. Showing that their competitive experience, their experience
This
on
is so
stage
dead,
and at
but
major LAN events is
we've
winning
been
out
waiting
right now.
for
They say,
since
nerds, what
yesterday,
nerds? We
like,
might as well be
half
playing
past
at home
to
on our
watch
own
this.
stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great
I'm
stuff as
entertaining.
always there from Unreal Island, outside of the venue, enjoying the event
I didn't get
themselves. But
anything.
again, Game number 1 in the books.
Well,
obviously, so many updates to see exactly where
I
we
was going to get something, but I didn't. I was going to get a champion hoodie, but
we'll have a standings update for you all at home.
I didn't like the colour.
What do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess
like,
what?
I don't mind pink. It's just like, it was like a horrible colour.
Just incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
Both of our predictions. Both of
our
predictions.
And they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy, when they actually get good rotation
maybe
items.
third.
I'd love to see how they're going to play in the late game, man.
Third, we want Mitro. No, Janji. We want anyone who has an English teammate in to win. So that's EU.
Now finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1.
I feel like I have a chance.
Dubs and Mega, they wind up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely, incredibly talented duo, man.
No, he wouldn't.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do.
I would just grab Benji Fishy's gun and pick it up,
about to get on its way, man. Are you
dance
ready?
on him,
Ladies and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2?
And then I would start crapping on him.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right? Once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves. Going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen. I'm just hoping that we find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas at 350 mats.
We can't even hear what he's saying. That's weird. That's what makes it funny.
Got 3 llamas in a very small area.
Llamas.
And many players have
I wish I could know what they were saying, because look at his mouth move, it looks so true.
One thing I tell, I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself,
imagine if he killed himself
we should
then.
probably look for llamas as we're flying in, because usually you're looking for players who's going to be landing next to you, but if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama.
And there's one.
Shut up, Ninja, we all know you have gay hair.
There's shadow bomb storms, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly
Yo, Mike, can you plug your mic back in? It's really laggy.
500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for. Explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
There we go.
Yeah,
I don't
all you
think
have to
it's
do is
lagging
just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bomb.
Wishy
You're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds, and which is way more difficult to do that off the mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look.
That storm is far,
side of the map, and the storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off.
No one uses that skin anymore.
Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play.
So
everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on.
I don't know why I bought
Element
it.
does get cut down, so a tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkham's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z.
Only 3 people have died.
So
only a duo has died.
Nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away while continuing to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. And Yuang in a fight right now, popping that last big shield for all the damage.
Really trying not to.
Will be permanent unless he gets an
That's not his real name, though.
And gets
look at how good these sleep grenades are right now.
Wait, no, it just put me off and put me on that mini game.
Off the start of this one, just from getting ticks.
I might make a video on the solo one tomorrow of me just playing that video game till I beat Peely's score.
At Snobby, but
that's only his game mate. That's not his real game. That's not his real name. That's just his game tag.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in, and Yuang knows that. Trying to fall back to his teammate to...
Why, do you think Mongrel's real name is Mongrel?
Players really are kind of hesitant, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push.
Exactly.
There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shields. Are they going to move up the right play? They're going to go for it. Yuang, no shield.
Yuang! Oh!
He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB. And there was some delicious shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Yuang takes them down. The four builds left. I believe there was some help. The
PG.
shot that came in from that third team getting nearby, which
Where's Benty Fish?
Yuang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing.
That's a nice
for
combo
the
this
duo.
guy's using,
Shot
though,
does
isn't
come
it?
in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down
That's a
just outside the desert side of the
bent
map.
over
Keys and
fish.
Slack up against 2.
I wish when I played
materials already,
Kahoot that
guess
one
what? These
time, I
guys
wish
are
I
at the
named myself
farthest
Bento
point
of film
of the
cracking.
storm. Yep. So this is not, they can't afford this fight.
Your mic's
right?
really
The longer
laggy,
it takes,
keeps
they're
on
not gonna be able to
cutting
get
out.
materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these lists to make up for it.
Your mic's
That was
cutting
Look at the
out.
knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still now it is a 2-on-1 situation.
Where it's
Just need to play the
supposed.
numbers advantage. And again, Storm is
This
about
kid.
to start moving, so they're going to
Look at his face.
sooner rather than
Look at his
No,
skin. It
very
looks like
limited.
him.
Very few builds.
Minimal.
No shield. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration
Dance.
in the player camera right there. Slash
Yeah.
and Keys. 2 quick eliminations.
Dance.
But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They've got to go very
Clicks.
far still.
Go on, Clicks. Look how quick. Look how good he is. Yes, random skins.
got some shield.
Go on,
Doesn't
Clicks.
necessarily want to use this mini to only get a 10.
Do it for your girl. You know he's going out with a girl called Somerset.
Is there trap kill? He's going to get the knock. Unbelievable, incredible place. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to branch out. When you guys are in fights like this, you always want to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little 1x1s with pyramids, try to confuse your opponents to where you
Skeptic
actually
challenge.
are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clips has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up. Grenades now as well. They want to go for the second
Oh,
elimination.
that is
Oh my God,
toxic.
we got
Did he
some
just
trash
take the
talk
L in
from
real
Skeptic.
life? Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land. This dude's
Hey,
going to come on them.
Karma.
Stinks
Never
come
know,
on
man.
in.
Stinks coming in, 22 health left, Campfire down. He has.
Oh, and look
Nitro
who's
Mono,
here.
third party.
No, I still want no,
Puts up
die,
to take
die.
the L, and EU says, no, no, no. This is the World Cup, baby. I'm
I
not sure
don't-
which continent
No.
it says. Mitro and Mongrel, full
No.
MP, and they storm roll through.
Duel in for Mitro.
Clicks
Still
right
players
there.
down low.
No.
Wow, incredible. Let's look at that kid. Gold scar, gold combat, heavy
Oh,
shotgun,
he's
I'm sorry,
dead.
heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents'
Click.
walls. So they're
Skeptic,
stealing
just
bumper,
give up.
And that's going to be it.
And there's no shot right
Let's
there.
go, you
Skeptic.
mongrel says. You can just
You
tell.
saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does you a fantastic player. I think speaks a little bit
Nice.
too soon. Aiden now on your screen. Does knock one. Hasn't finished the elimination yet, so still
Oi,
will get
I only
two.
want
See if he
Aiden to
can
win
get the full.
because
There
he's
it is.
PS4.
Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is, though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health. A little bit of shield. Hopefully we're going to drop some minis here. Aiden being the good team that he is, I'm sure he's calling it out right now.
Oi,
But it does also a 2-on-1, and they don't know, we don't know
Sean's
how weak this guy is right now, but if he is weak, they're going to look to try to trade. And there's a double shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield left. They're going to try to put the pressure on. Sean has no health, and look how aggressive they're being. They're both one hit. They could actually grab.
The girl
They're
version
going
of our
for it.
skins.
They're saying,
good.
no, you would have thrown the trap down by now. They're calling it.
Yes!
And look at the take from Aiden. The jump out to the side. And they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields.
Yeah.
He's
Aiden's
got
full health.
81
incredible,
bills.
man.
See
It's
the
killing me
stats
now.
so
I
far
wish
in
I
this
could
game.
have that
Aiden
many
has done
bills in a public match.
434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near
No
backup
kidding,
to
you get
max
so
health. I
many
know
mats in
Aiden is
pubs.
a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this
Siphon
sold-out arena.
is
Those guys
trash.
are
I
about to
hate
update right now. We just
Siphon.
saw our
Of
second
course
one
I love
forcing
it.
everyone out of the north and east side of the
I
map.
like
And
the
also,
dogs.
guess what? Every single llama was found.
Yep.
All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't
Me, I'm a high
freaking out,
material
man.
player.
You're getting into it
Looks
right
like a
now.
lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only
That's me.
one
Did I show you my
airdrop that's left,
B-hop
which means a lot
trick
of
when,
players- it's very
when you
difficult,
fly
man.
out of the
Going for
slipstream and
airdrops
land
is
on
super
that?
risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their
Crap.
chances.
And what's kind of funny
Can
with
you
this zone,
edit?
as you see
You
in the bottom right side of the map, the
trash.
slipstreams are there to basically help everyone.
I'm better than you and
get
I'm
from
on
the
combat pro.
southeast, east, and south
I
side
wanna
of the
be
map
one of Aiden
easily into this
whilst
zone.
I'm
So if you kind of sit outside, and wait for players to move in from the
I want to see how good
you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh, well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying 3 damage for Storm Surge. Right. When that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching.
Ali's trash.
But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers.
Haha, you're trash.
Does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the
Your
inventory.
name is
and
Sizzle,
like a dolphin.
okay?
Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive by storm. Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, you know, there's a lot of items that get added where, you know, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive, you know, reactions from an item being added than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful, just some delightful posts.
Yeah. That's actually the first thing
Each one flash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20 health, 4 shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them down the ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as, if you really want to be a troll, your enemies that you've knocked. Here are Mongrel and Micho in the zone, and you talk about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where if they have a pop-off performance right here, with only 6 games being played,
yeah, but it's all randomized, I think, except the
apps. They can be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first. Yep. They didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early.
Actually, no, it's all picked except the skin, I think.
In another fight with Quentin and his squad. Sean trying to take some walls here.
Sean and Aiden always want football skin, don't they?
And he's out of materials. So he can't even spray right now.
Yep.
You spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players.
Sean and Aiden.
Well, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait Aiden, but Aiden does not fall.
Sean and Aiden always
trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs.
I'm American now. Soccer.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the
Go on, Sean.
And grabbed the match. 365 mats now. He is on more than that. He's got to
get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
So week 2.
Look at how weak they are.
They can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they did. They split up. Now he's trying to take them 1 by 1.
Aiden's just going to get
more than 1 person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt 639. Just goes down with a quick enemy.
By the way, guys, I am just joking.
Only 2 HP, got some picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But looks like Spade
Sean is dead.
Healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So
I'm a fat man in the pig.
It's got what he's going to do. We both freaked out.
Going to put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know what a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to note. Look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446 above
as well. Has a shot that's
not
taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in
on
any competitive game is being weak,
low
materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden, and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive, it appears.
Yes.
If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago, and a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was
69 people.
They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows and launch pad. Again, I always want to keep stressing that because you guys have some launch pads, even 1 shadow. 1 shadow can get you into another zone, right? Which is going to hopefully get you those placement points that you need, or even put you in a position to get some eliminations. But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here in the World Cup? And guess what?
I like
we can say that Aiden squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down. And unfortunately, there were just too many players who took advantage that they were weak.
And that was the top 5 leading into this game. You see it updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment. Mitro and Mongrel staying alive,
in a great spot.
Holding this pyramid edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are peeking through up here and you hit headed on it.
Your aim's
you
just
cannot
as
be
bad
seen,
as
right?
mine.
You can also see through it. It's a very amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yours trigger trash.
Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Road taking damage as well. Thomas
Mine's
going
better
to
than
have to make some
yours.
plays. And there goes Road. He actually just got knocked. 66
And you
players remain.
use aim
And this storm
assist.
is kind of moving a little bit away from Southern Park. But it's, once you have a high ground mountain
I
in
use
play,
Kebble
I'm
the
wondering if
mouse.
it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play, and
Really mixes it up late game.
a drone ship that people can wind up going on
Where's
top of, and those are
bent over
brilliant to
fishing?
use.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's
If you
bend
guys can
over
get up on
fish.
top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any maps.
Guess what I'm
It's
changing my name
incredible.
to?
You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's
Pierre
incredibly difficult to shoot
Joseph.
players that are up there.
100%.
But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in,
I'm
those air
joking.
vents will stop working.
I'm not
So if you don't
changing
have any
it.
rotation to get down, glider, redeploy, anything like that, yikes. That's a massive yikes. So you have to pray that someone puts a launch pad down
Look
underneath
at
it
him.
somehow.
And
And go for it.
yeah,
Let's risk it all.
most of these teams will mess that up now. We talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Staff, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they?
Trigger trash kid. Mega got a
I
kill.
mean, they're close enough for sure. I can see. I think no, actually no. They got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
Man. Here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to
Better
have
be
to
alive
move
or else.
very soon.
Yeah. Arkham and Falcon are having tough rotation ahead.
Your name is Slack.
Watch them fight a little bit
You
earlier
slack
on
a lot.
against
Like he's
Landjock
waiting
and
to pop
Punisher.
those heals till his teammate comes in.
Yep.
No, he missed one. He
Did miss.
Haha.
Teammates full.
Okay.
Trash.
Teammates full.
You're literally rocking SMJ and
Really
Punch.
sensitive on it. Still really sensitive.
We'll let you handle that one as again, it's
Bent over
there,
fish.
but we continue to
I
move
love
on in this fight. This is game 2 of 6,
Bent over
folks.
fish.
It's be going on throughout the day.
Stampy's in the ring.
62 players left in this one. 35.
Oh, up left, he was in the ring. You might have said Slampy or Slappy, but
to try to fly across the map together.
you know, I think it might be. It was always Slappy or Stampy. It was always Slappy or Stampy or Slampy. I was one
Once
of
these
the two.
circles start closing in, they're so small.
Please say
What do you
what.
think is the play? To rotate it right away once it's revealed? If
And
it's far
please
out,
say it
or
said
to wait and do the last
Stampy.
scene?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left. What you have in your inventory.
There's someone called Little and then his teammate's called Jay. Little Jay.
Make some ground up on the leaderboards. I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
Zetro's alive.
You begin to just build up and get that height so you
Yes!
spray on down as all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else pops the launch pad near you and use that community pad to your
You
advantage.
wank so
Doing 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and it's definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy
Maybe
sniper and a
Kikes,
blue SMG in a
they
might
might say you wank.
And remember,
Wait,
he started the
please.
game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down,
God.
so they're still in this one
He still
because of
has that
clutch.
beautiful
Guys, guess
blue
what?
combat where he clutched it
Does.
with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials you could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heads or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing
He's
there.
got one of those really gay fringes that just goes down on his
Oh, they do
forehead
have
like
double heavy
what?
side. Ninja called it, the man
It's one of the baseball skins.
You guys saw the pyramid. It's exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers
You
protecting you from one of those walls so that double sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
It just moved over a mountain, man.
it just moved onto the side of the mountain. So high ground will be in play, but at the same time, Ninja,
King
half of the low ground still in play. So it's not as bad a position for the low
King
ground players.
Rumbles.
Here's Mongrel Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly.
His name's King
They're
Rumbles.
far above this
KRB.
storm surge, so they're good for the moment, and there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Always see them doing this.
I hope
They always
Mongrel
put half
smashes
and
the
half,
keyboard.
and they go and collect from others, and it's just a perfect way of making sure that you guys have.
I hope Mongrel smashes the keyboard.
Saf just sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside.
Can I tell you what would be else
They've
be
got the
funny
minigun
if
firing
Mongrel
too.
smashed the
The lobby now
keyboard?
picking up quick. into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun.
I'm enjoying watching Mongrel, to be honest.
Just straight down with Mongrel in a fight.
It's raining and I've got the window wide open, yay!
Stole the kill from him.
It's wet! Like you are.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be
got killed by one grenade.
Also, sorry, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see elimination speed. Did go down there.
We know. He's from Norway, except he's from Norway, but he's still part of Benji.
Game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
Everyone's. I've seen so many people saying him and Benji will win the whole thing.
Can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was
making a
They're
making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Evil, they didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above.
Your mic's cutting out.
They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're going to go. He didn't get it, though. They try to get both at the same time. Going to be flying, and this is it. Another massive rotation going to be taken to the center.
You know what I want? I hope that golden umbrella comes out on the item shop.
Good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground?
I think you have to do something in arena.
He didn't get the launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having. Right now, Zayt and Saf looking to
Mr. Savage is a little savage.
Win back-to-back games in the stack lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkram with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points. And these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it into the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they going to try to play it a little risky and go for the limbs? If you're going to be shooting, going for the limbs, definitely open up to a lot of spray. Shaka shot, someone suddenly taking the high ground out. So it all depends on how their play styles can unfold, man.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Saf
over the play. The high ground
goes to the high ground. Take, will he get it?
He's gonna get it. He has it.
Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row. Saf is there as well, but Snappy just appeared right behind Saf and shotgunned him down right there.
Zayt right now is going to have to concede to the high ground, giving it to Snappy. And he's just going to have to stay alive as long as possible, try to get some placement points. He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zayt with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
Keys right now being held in the storm with 5 limbs. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Go down, right? They want those limbs.
Forward now with eliminations back to back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough. Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style. Both alive. You love to see it.
Vinny and Zexro.
Royale and 7 eliminations.
Look at that.
Vinny's hyped, and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
He forgot his fries on a fast food order. Why am I thinking about food?
Oh my, you know, Jack, it's pretty expected at this point. But God, 2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and
Vinny
honestly,
and
I think that we can all say the teams hyped up the most have been even. Guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking
Let's
90s or
get
default
next
dancing
to
in the lobby.
He's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like that's
Okay,
what that
boy
focus is.
scout.
That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
What a start to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name's Jack Courage. I'm joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this
Your
weekend.
face looks like you're about to say,
will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been
I wonder if they have a
Don't even
put
want
you
it to
under
end.
there.
I could be here all night. These
What do you
games
think
are
is good to
incredible,
do
but
halfway through a
listen,
scrim?
you guys are watching at home. You guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing.
No, I'm not even
Take
being
notes.
funny.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. And we'll see you guys here next year, man.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo
Probably go to
of
the
Vinny
league
and
before.
Zexro taking it there on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together. So yeah, we're just not a...
Great, fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage. JD.
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro. You know, they've always been known as being so aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments. While they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top.
May I ask
duo
one question?
qualifiers.
Why is there a
Every
bunch of
single
old
week. Even
men
though they already
playing
qualified, they continue
Fortnite?
to keep playing, and practicing. Guess what? They just took game number 2. You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy.
I played the most
I felt like he was
manliest game
talking
ever,
about, what are we gonna do
Minecraft.
next? Hey, man, good job. We won that. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Right? How are we gonna change? Maybe even do better somehow. Get Moral in game 3.
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zate and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent,
Trash!
Item, Vorwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zate and Sap do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the form.
I'm gonna call my
Courage.
grandma
You got
and
11
tell her
points
that
right,
we're
Benji and
50.
Mr. Savage. They fell out of the top 10.
Let me-
But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M1Z, 12 points. 12 points. 12 points.
I like to choke with
Two
you.
extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game. All right, 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place,
You're gay.
from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to
Told you
first,
shit
it jumps
for
all the way
Ronaldo
to 3
and,
million. So
Tony,
everyone,
yeah.
eyes on that top prize.
Cavani.
We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen,
Happy to be here, man.
can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk, but I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first 2 set of games.
Hello.
From Sap and Zay locking down the lobby to Zexro and Vinny just coming in super clutch.
Yeah.
And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. He got to go ahead
Yeah.
and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is, have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it?
Hey.
If so, let's just let me hear you.
Nope.
You know,
All
that
right.
was so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have
Yeah.
you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's
Nah.
what I'm talking about. Obviously, obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through.
Okay.
But, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam, that's my thing.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Okay.
And you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that have come here to compete, to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen. So I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Obrigado Fortnite team.
Jag har till det Rio.
Vad sker Fortnite folk?
Jag är fan du Fortnite.
What's up, Fortnite fam?
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
What's up Fortnite fam? Hey Sean, Fortnite fan.
I'm good. JMJ.
Fortnite freunde.
Guangju, Dongguo.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam?
Wait, you trying to do the floss?
Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up?
JMJ. I'm going to go and get some like fizzy drink from the shop.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
So it'll be like 5 minutes. See you in a bit.
G'day Fortnite fam.
Cheer up Fortnite fam. What up boys?
I'll call you somehow. Right.
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, as a Fortnite fan, get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We've got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on your screen. Also, that Drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about like everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza all for himself. Get called out. That's right. Now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together and check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. I couldn't be more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Hey. Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink.
Let's go.
All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot,
Okay.
a lot of people.
Yeah, hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm in Salzburg.
And the population,
40K.
I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were in. on the way here.
Probably.
Yeah, so,
There's so many things.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like.
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and
Yeah.
just I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, a team like that's gonna win. So
What you guys are going to experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's gonna be millionaires after this tournament.
Yeah.
There's gonna be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about and they could just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm gonna dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza.
Take you out for a good pizza.
We'll get some pizza.
To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Say I won't, Paula. Say I won't.
And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you, all the players, and they all ignored me, So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm gonna enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all the crowd, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York, so I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
New York's got everything, and this weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nyx and PFZin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region. They've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nyx and PFZin here. Nyx, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nyx, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale. Right now, PFZ, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nyx. Então, como é que é isso para você?
Has there been any more games since I've gone? Chan J.